Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Nice to see all of you. Miss you guys. I know that it has been a while. Taking a break. And here we go. Here I am. I'm back. Just had some little bit break, guys. Just a small trip, and then came back to business. So sorry for not being able to update so often the last 3 days, but here we are. Let me welcome all of you. Koraya, welcome. Nice to see you. Hello, KG. Could you please review XLE Energy Select Sector? Yes, we can do this. And let's start, of course, with the special request at the same time. So here we go, XLE. And Jimmy, hello, buddy. This is needed today. Yes, I think yes, it's very essential today. We just got invalidation, and we'll see what's gonna happen next. Oleg, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. I am okay. I'm fine, buddy. Of course, just has had some issues to deal with, and here we go. Here I am. Euro USD, yes, as usual. We can see Euro USD. We have Arcane today, CRWV. You're very welcome. Here we go. Arcane and Lizini. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you, buddy. Nice to see you. Solitarius. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you got some rest. Yes, we got some rest. And it was great to have a little bit of break this last day, and especially with the crypto market. Yeah, everything is very bearish. So yeah, I feel like a little bit the things go negative even for the channels during bearish markets. So I prefer to take a little bit of break, and knowing that I analyzed everything and I mentioned that it is bearish and everything before leaving, of course. So Xianzu, how are you doing, buddy? Nice to hear from you again. Hope you're well. I'm very good. Thank you for asking, man. Can we see Spotify? You mean yes, Spotify. And what is the chat? Here we go. And PEP. Okay. If we have time, okay, yes, definitely. We're gonna put this, by the way, if we have more time to leave some space for everyone. Hungo, hi, can you please have a look at hymns? All right, we can see hymns. And yeah. And if the second one, if we have more time, ACLS. All right. S Bright, nice to see you. Hello. Welcome. And AMD, yes, of course, buddy. Here we go. That's AMD. Kobe, nice to see you here as well. I will remember. Felix, hello, nice to see you. Shailesh, good morning. And can you quickly show Apple? Yes, we're gonna put Apple actually one of the main. Yes, so we're gonna see Apple. Uh, Sufyani. Sufyani Gold. Yes, gold is one of the main, so it is there. P-Dog, Paul, how you doing? AKG, nice that you are back. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad to see you as well. I'm doing well. I hope you do the same. Could we take a look at Deutsche Telekom? Yes, we can see Deutsche Telekom as well. And yep, gold is there, buddy. Is there? It is there in the main. It's the force. Bilyak, nice to see you as well. Welcome. All right, guys. So let's start with NASDAQ. We are at 14 minutes. So with NASDAQ, well, before the vacation, I would say, yeah. We mentioned we have double 1-2, right? And we have the wave 3 unfolding. I mentioned the blue box. It might be taken. It has to be taken. And here we are. We almost came close to the 26K, which it was, of course, potentially here, very likely to be hit. However, today we see invalidation. That's very weird, right? So we got, after a wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for a wave 3, we got a very deep wave 4 interfering with the zone 1 invalidation of the impulse here. So very confusing, I would say, what's going on and what happened that we jumped really massively and we got invalidation of the impulse. Knowing that, okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We are in the final wave 5 here. But what's going on? Well, it's very, very confusing unless something is very bullish is unfolding now. KG is crazy, right? So the thing is, because the only possible scenario, guys, to finish this now is to be very bullish. And that means, of course, 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2 again with invalidation here. And that means, of course, we might move into wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And that means we might still be much more bullish than we were expecting even. We might go to the extended areas though, 1.618, 28K 326, right? And then shifting to this blue box, right? And that because, of course, guys, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, obviously it is one wave 3 here, and we got invalidation, meaning it has transformed here to a potential 1, 2 again. Now, what is interesting yet is that we didn't lose so much momentum yet. We start to lose momentum, but not so much. And what is interesting is that this wave here, 15-minute chart, you can see, okay, that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as potential wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave 3. Now, currently, if we dive deeper, you'll see an impulse again toward the upside, which is kind of like, okay, it can be ABC definitely, but if we get invalidation, which is of course of bearish, there you go. This is our key level, invalidation of bearish, meaning we're heading in the ultimate bullish scenario that I talk about. So 25K 700 is gonna be our confirmation for a very, very high wave 3. And that means, of course, after it's gonna be followed by 4445, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, very high wave 3, right? Or let's say wave 3. It doesn't have to be very high, but taking, of course, the high here and probably this fib level. Let's say this is the top here, wave 3 as an impulse. Well, at least 1.27. So at least 1.27, which is 27K 256, might be, of course, our wave 3, and then 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. To finish, of course, here something much bigger. This is coming next, of course. This is not for, we still wave 1, major wave 1. And that means because this wave 5 is not finished yet, guys. Very simple. It's not finished yet. And I think we still, of course, need some higher prices to finish up here, guys. I'm not convinced that we topped. Of course, I'm not convinced yet that we are topped, okay? Just to say. So to say that we are ready and, okay, you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the wave 5 is incredibly unacceptable, right? We cannot accept such a wave 5, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 invalidation. Therefore, we're shifting to something else here. Much more bullish, guys. And to finish here as ending diagonal, well, can be possibility, but also the structure doesn't allow it so much. Like as an ending diagonal, let's say, okay, I mean, let me explain. If ending diagonal, you need a zigzag, right? If this, we're gonna read it as a zigzag, okay, you can read as an A, the first wave here, your A, your wave B, and your wave C. The wave C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't work. If you are in a zigzag also, you need an impulse, right? So an impulse here is looking 3 ways. So the only way to take a wave A is only this small impulse or leading diagonal, let's say. A, B, and a C. The wave C doesn't work. Therefore, possibility even very low for ending diagonal. Incredible, right? So yeah, these are my expectations. I still think that we're moving even higher for NASDAQ. Despite, of course, the invalidation here that you took. It doesn't mean that we are bearish yet. We still, of course, need to finish the structure here. Plus, I cannot be very bearish. Why? Because if I need to be corrective at least, in a wave C, meaning A, B, and a C, if we take, of course, the wave B levels taken from the A here, you will see that it's very overshooted. Okay, we cannot count this as a wave B. It has overshooted the 1.38 since yeah, very long time ago even. So it cannot be a wave B for an expanding flat wave C down. So yeah, definitely we're moving higher, guys. All right, very likely. Okay, so that's it for NASDAQ. This is what I think for NASDAQ is gonna happen, guys. All right, we're still looking for higher, probably here. So for SPX, for the SPX, let me just put the timing as well, which is at 20-minute. So for the SPX, we are looking here at also the same scenario, nothing different than NASDAQ. We have the 1212, the wave 3, the wave 4 invalidated. And that means, of course, we're shifting here to something much more bigger. And that means, of course, this wave 1 is not yet done. And we have wave 5, wave 5, wave 5. All right. Yeah, so very interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna add for here is a potential. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? I'm gonna put this in a blue, and we're gonna add another. Sorry, this wave 3 here, 4 and a 5. Sorry. Okay, this wave 3, 4, and a 5, and this is your white. And we're gonna add another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in gray. So we have a lot of still 1, 2s here, guys, to fill. This is what I think. The same thing, we cannot be very bearish and we cannot be diagonal here, and that because of the structure. Yeah, so it's all impulses, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, can we be in diagonal like this, finished there, ending diagonal like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? Definitely not. Also, your wave 5 is longer than the wave 3, so it's not even a finished diagonal. All right, just also to mention all the possibilities and scenarios here, okay, and why I think we are moving for higher. All right, so also on the 15-minute chart, let me check some. Yeah, everything, even on SPX, everything looks very corrective here, because of course you have 3 waves down already, 3 waves down, 3 waves up. You start already corrective in an expanding flat, then 3 waves up, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That it might be finished or not yet. It can be still looking for a little bit lower, but I see already a signal of strength here, which is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside. 1, 2 already given, meaning invalidation as well for bearish here in case we are in 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, okay. If we take this is total invalidation of bearish. That means, of course, higher possibility to move in a very bullish scenario. Now, even if we take the 1-to-1 fib level taken from this part here to this one, you can see that as a zigzag, you would like to hit the 6,800. So this is minimum what we're looking for in case we still corrective and we move down. But breaking it is your first signal that we are bullish. Taking invalidation of bearish, you're much more convinced, or I would say confident, that you are moving in a bullish market here. The same I'm going to put for NASDAQ here. I'm going to put the 1-to-1 fib level as also first confirmation for something moving for higher. That will be a signal of strength again. 25K 555. This is the first key level. Second key level is 25K 700, and that means, of course, pushing even much more higher. All right, so these are the updates for NASDAQ and for SPX, guys. So yeah, I know that you might get frustrated a little bit by this and the invalidation taken, but the things are shifting still potentially for more bullish. All right, despite the deep one, it has transformed to wave 2 rather than a wave 4. All right, so let's see the gold at 24 minutes. So for the gold, yeah, we're still ranging, definitely. So for the gold, we're still ranging sideways right now in a correction. So don't forget, what we are still looking for is a 1-2 here and an extended wave 3. We already expected a very deep retracement wave 4 because, of course, when you get a very extended wave 3, you're expecting a wave 4 to be deep and sharp. Currently, we got, of course, a wave 4 in 5 waves potentially, can be, or it can be even 3 waves, but unfinished. Now, the timing is taken nicely. So the time required based on this wave 2 is perfectly alternated here. Also, because we have a flat and we have kind of like a sideways range here for a wave 2, you got a perfect alternation as a very deep correction. Now, are we ready to move for higher? I believe not yet. Not yet, really. And that because of the correction here. Obviously, it is kind of like WXNY. You have 3 waves finished here. So 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up again, WXNY. And we still, of course, ranging here for something very corrective as well. Now, unless is this, of course, leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So it can be something like ending diagonal. What I don't like is that the wave 3 first looking longer than the wave 1. Second, if this is a leading diagonal, this is looking 3 waves, meaning nothing very impulsive is unfolding, something very impulsive toward the downside. It is something very sideways corrective, which it might be, of course, even all of this can be something as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like this. So it's gonna be like kind of an boring, annoying structure here and complex that it might take a little bit more time until you take one more low and then move towards the upside. Now, moving towards the upside after this, it doesn't mean that necessarily to take the all-time high. It can be a very sharp rebound and then moving down again. Because, of course, we need to finish this wave 5 at the end, right? So this is a possibility. It can be, of course, for a new all-time high. But higher possibility here can be as well even a deeper correction, okay? And that because, of course, what I'm looking at in this area, in this range, everything is simply very complex and corrective. And that means, of course, a new low is very required there. Now, it can be also potential triangle. Yes, it can be an A, B, C, D, and an E, very simple like this, and then having one impulse drop toward the downside. So therefore, this is what I'm talking about. Like before saying that we're moving higher and getting new all-time high, I still think that there is one more drop for the gold, at least one more low, get more strengths, and then, of course, start to see potentially for a wave 5. Now, even this wave 5, I believe is going to be very short because when you get, of course, a very extended wave 3, a wave 5, very short might follow. Sometimes it ends up truncated, okay? Sometimes it ends up truncated, and that means, of course, you fail to take the high, but you form 5 waves, impulse, but failing to take the high. This might happen because, of course, of the very extended wave 3. And yeah, we're going to see, of course, but currently for the lower time frame or micro level, I'm still very corrective here. Okay, I'm still looking for one more low for the gold. Okay, so Kobe, is it possible we're in wave C of a flat in SPX? Wave C in a flat, you mean expanding flat? Expanding flat, which I already explained it. It's very hard to say this because, of course, of the wave B has overshooted the 1.38 so far. Okay, so no, it's not possible. This is the thing. Yep. So that's it for the gold, guys. I'm still looking for lower, I believe. I think that this target still has to be hit in confluence here, which is, of course, the double blue zone here. And also, of course, we have a potential ABC as a scenario, meaning a potential A, B, and a C. Wave C can still be unfolding something as, yeah, very, very diagonal structure, but I don't see this right now. And that because of the sideways here. So we start to see a sideways. So I believe simply one more low finishing around the 3,860 or 3,800, let's say, and then start to think to move for higher again. Whether to take the all-time high or to have a rebound, meaning 3 corrective waves up, and then, of course, diving deeper later on. But we're gonna see this later. Currently, we have to focus, of course, on this area. Plus, by the way, don't forget the 0.38 not hit. Meaning, if we are in a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, A, B, and a C, you need a wave C here, at least 0.38 to move down impulsively. Okay. Currently, you hit below the 0.38, and meaning 0.23, which make it much more closer for a potential A, B, and a C here, even. Okay, so I'm gonna update this. I don't need this 3 waves anymore there. It's not necessarily. What I'm looking for is a potential ABC like this, and that this wave C, or can be, of course, W, X, and a Y, can be a zigzag or something like this. Definitely we need a structure, whether an impulse or a 3-wave structure as W, X, and Y, hitting at least the 3,800, at least. From there, we start to think to move for higher. Okay? Currently, we cannot do this. All right, so that's it for the gold. Let's see the silver as well, since it gives a little bit more confirmation that we are on the right path here, also with the gold. Now, the silver is much more clearer, guys. We have a very clear impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A. So therefore, we have to be careful with the gold that this might be the same scenario, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, despite that the wave 2 took the high again. I already explained this, and of course, main reason as well is that the silver, for example, show a very clear impulse wave A. Now, what we got after it is a definitely ABC here, followed, of course, it's a zigzag ABC, and then we drop down again impulsively. And this impulse right now is in a wave 4, meaning we are in a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, ABC for a wave 4, you're looking for a wave 5. You continue the impulse downward. Can it be double 1, 2? Well, probably can be if it wants to. It depends on this wave 5. You might take simply the low here with a very short wave C. Nobody knows. It can be. If we see, of course, a signal of strength. Why I'm saying this? Because if this is the impulse that we're looking for, it's a very short one. And that means because, if you are in a wave 5, let's say here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, in a wave C, in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave A, B, and a C, well, the wave C has to be a big impulse, right? As an A, B, C zigzag. But this one is looking like a very small one, unless it is in a formation of a big wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is also to be watched. And how do we know that this might happen? If you get a wave 5 very short without taking the low, that is a signal that this is a 1, 2 here. Okay, so if we finish the impulse without taking the low, that might means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is unfolding, which is the same what we got before. Is gonna repeat again as a wave C. Can this be the same for the gold? Well, yes, can be, guys. All right, it can be. It can be here. If you are in an impulse, you can, of course, have an impulse. If you are in 3 waves, you might have also the same impulse. So it doesn't matter. Almost the same. All right. Okay. So for palladium, also we see an impulse. Yeah, you have here kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, it can be A, B, and a C, or I would say 1, 2, and then you can call here a potential very, very massive wave 3, 4, and a 5, wave A, wave B, and you are impulsive currently. All right, you are impulsive. So on silver, let me also put the key level. So the key levels to be watched here is this one. So this is invalidation of bearish. The same for the gold. Let me check the gold. Invalidation. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Invalidation is invalidation of triangle actually. this might mean something higher, meaning because on the gold is different structure, of course, because of volatility and volume. So basically, you might be in a triangle here. In this triangle, if you take the high, that means, okay, something bullish is unfolding. But I doubt it still. Okay, I doubt it, guys. We need, of course, much more clearer structure than this. Okay, so that is regarding the metals, gold and silver. We're still looking for lower target for the gold around the 3,800, and we take it from there. While the silver, we gotta be careful with the silver, of course. Now, currently, if we want micro level, target can be the following. So wave 5 over 1 can be given over there. So starting from the 0.618, where we might, of course, if we reverse here, you might get, of course, a potential 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 toward the downside, because this might be an impulse wave 1. Yep. All right. This is a micro level. Now, a little bit bigger level, you might be here in 1-to-1 fib level, which is $41. Now, it can be short, of course, like kind of like, let's say, yeah, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 extended wave 5, for example, becoming fractal, but hitting only the 0.618 as a zigzag, A, B, C, and then moving up, short wave C. Or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to hit the 1-to-1 fib level, guys. All right, so that's it for the silver. Okay, let's see Nvidia for 36 minute 30. For Nvidia, I think I took a look yesterday for the Discord for it. Yes, so basically Nvidia, we got, of course, our blue zone hit, very nice, right, during this trip. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We still, of course, in a potential wave 4, invalidation of bullish, not taken yet, and we might still, of course, looking for one more move upward. Yep. Here we go. Let me check something. Okay, it's an extended wave 5, yes. So you have here potentially 1, 2, but this wave 2 is very shallow, by the way. Wave 3, short wave 3, but longer than the wave 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Extended wave 5. This is what you get when you have a wave 3. Very short. Plus here you are in 3 ways down. You have already 3 ways up, right? So kind of like a flat. And then finishing impulsively here. So I think that we have bottomed, yes, for Nvidia for a wave 4, very likely. And especially, of course, if you take the fib levels here for a wave 4 as an impulse. Yeah, I mean, deep one, but still, of course, very possible targets for a wave 4. So what I'm expecting as a target for the next price is to reach, of course, the following target as 0.618 and 1-to-1 fib level. Here you go. $219, $224. Okay. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is what I'm expecting still for Nvidia. One more high. If not, now let's study just the if not. It's impossible, kind of. Yes. Kind of impossible, because if I want to turn this corrective and think that, okay, I'm looking for something deep as correction, I have to take 3 ways down, 3 ways up, right? And when you do this, you are here forming and expanding flat, right? So this formation of an expanding flat is very far possibility why, again, wave B here overshooted so far, already from there. And you did not get lower, you went higher. And that means, of course, you are very likely here in still, of course, in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, meaning probably you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So let me fix that also. Let me put the labels, and we're gonna keep the target for the small one. And that means, by the way, the wave one in the yellow might not be finished yet. I'm gonna explain. So what we have here, ABC is gone. I'm gonna remove here just for clarity. You might be in a leading diagonal 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 3 is gonna be finished within this blue box because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the idea here. This is a white, and I'm gonna put a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave 3. And there you go. Okay, so yeah. So that's it for Nvidia. I think also it might comply or to be in confluence with NASDAQ here, because NASDAQ still might be very bullish as well. Yeah, so Nvidia might be the same. And that's why I'm not surprised if we're looking for higher. All right, let's see Tesla, guys. For Tesla at 41 minute. Tesla, here we go. So for Tesla, I already mentioned this many times. Be careful so much from Tesla because, of course, anyway, we are finishing up here. Okay, we are finishing up in a diagonal, ending diagonal, which it finishes all the structure and possibilities, and that means here. There you go. We are looking at this ending diagonal, where you might have. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, in case you are impulse here. However, I doubt it because the wave 3 is very short, only 1 to 1 fib level. Higher possibility you are in a wave A, B, and a C, meaning 3 waves up finished for a wave A. Followed by an expanding flat wave B, meaning A, B, and a C. If this is your wave C as an ending diagonal, it is very likely to finish very, very soon and at any time by taking this high of a wave 3, which is very close, by the way. And I think internally, you're still looking for one more high to hit the 516, taken from the A, B, and a C here, because you need a zigzag, by the way, 1 to 1 fib level. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, one more high is very likely. Now, after both case scenario here, you finish wave C or a wave 5 or a wave 1, okay, then you need definitely a correction. Now, this correction, of course, it has several scenarios here, but it can be, of course, very deep. Be careful, guys. All right? It can be very deep. And that means, of course, that you might move for a wave 2 here or a wave B. Yeah, so meaning you finished here a wave A, right? Big 3 waves, and then you're looking for big 3 waves down, and then moving up. The same for an impulse. If this is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 1, wave 2 is gonna be very deep. Minimum requirement is the 0.38. Let's say the high is taken later on, but the minimum requirement is 0.38, which is at $48. Yeah, so that's very low. Yeah, I know, guys. Let me check something here. If we say on the linear, okay, on the linear, it might be just a little bit, which is 309, which is a scenario that we have anyway for 1, 2. Remember the last time I mentioned, if this is a diagonal here, if it is ending, it can transform to leading. Meaning you might have a wave 2 here and then moving up. So this is a bullish scenario there that you might have. You need this low as a wave 2 as a potential 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 continuation towards the upside, which it is, of course, our priority as scenario, by the way, to be tested. And that's why, of course, this is in confluence with the linear chart here with the 0.38 for a wave 2. And it's going to be the same, I think, almost. If we get the high, yes, you will see the $350 somehow. Minimum requirement. So yeah, so in any case, for Tesla, it needs one more high, but be careful from it. 500, 516 or around it, it might of course drop very, very massively. All right, Green Emerald, nice to see you, buddy. Hope Nasdaq and Nvidia bottomed. First week of November sure is interesting. Yes, of course, yes. Interesting always for November's, and especially in the start of it because yeah, it's the last quarter. It's the last quarter of the year. And it might be very interesting because of course the market wants to recover in case of a weak market during the year. Yeah, but I think during the whole year the market was not bad at all, guys. Yeah, Nasdaq and SPX recovered so good after the trade war, the first round from Donald Trump. Yeah, so it has survived it and recovered. All right, let's see Apple what it did. Apple. So for Apple, oh, blue box also hit perfectly, very nice. All right, we took the fib levels for a wave 3 finally. Very hard wave 3, honestly, for Apple. It was not easy to achieve it, to be honest. But here we go. There you are. She got it. All right. Now, currently, you are in a wave 4, wave 5 still to be unfolding toward the upside, meaning in bigger view, you are in a big wave 1, 2 here, another 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now let me check something. Oh yeah, we got invalidation here. One moment. Let me check what happened. Okay. Okay, we gotta be careful also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's true. 1, 4. No invalidation. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that it's a very, very hard wave 3 here, but still 3 ways down. But we failed to take the low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is an impulse definitely. Okay, guys, we have to be careful here. It's double 1, 2 again. Okay, so we have several 1, 2. So the wave 5 is unfolding in double 1, 2. So I'm going to consider definitely this is invalidated. Therefore, of course, it is a wave 1, 2 again. And you might get 3, 4, 5 toward the upside. Okay, so we might see some recovery here. Some higher prices again. This is also in confluence with NASDAQ one more time. Yeah. So this, I'm gonna put it also in yellow, right? So we have 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think not finished even. So meaning you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 probably. Then having another wave 4 and a 5. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1 second. Yeah, to finish a wave 5 here, to finish wave 3, then 4 and a 5. Exactly. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. And I think this is what it might happen. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, like it's a short one, but not shorter than the wave 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, wave 4, not interfering with the zone 1 and alternating with the wave 2. Now the wave 5, which is very extended and very understandable since you have a short wave 3, you might get the extended wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what are the possibilities that we are in kind of expanding flat, which, yeah, it can be, but of course, very rare and I don't like it. Okay. So meaning like you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very rare case, but it can be, guys. How do we know? Well, we simply drop down. You need to take the low here, which is very far yet. Okay, so if we take this low, this might be, of course, confirmation for lower. Okay. But I doubt it. Okay, I think that we are moving higher here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish wave 3, then 4 and a 5. So target's still there. I believe this 1.618 has to be hit, and even much more higher later on. Of course, we change it based on this wave 1 and based on the wave 3 where we top over there, right? So we need to see where it tops first before we update. All right, so that was it for Apple as well. Very interesting for the stock, guys. I see some kind of something bullish unfolding for the market there. Okay, 50-minute for AVGO. Let's start with the special request, but let me just hydrate. 1 second, guys. All right, back. So for AVGO, Broadcom, I think. Yes. I think this one, I heard some news about it, but not sure. So I'm not gonna mention anything. But basically, yeah, there is some drop here lately. Is it the wave B? Yes, I think so. Yeah. So already kind of expected here. And that because of the corrective wave here. So this drop has been expected in an A, B, and a C. So we're still looking here as at an expanding flat, right? Wave C, which it might be the wave C expanded flat over there. Here we go. 1.618 to 197, and that because of course we have a top over there for a wave 1, very likely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unless of course something else is still unfolding here, which it is of course a 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. But I doubt it. Yeah, only you can confirm this honestly by just taking the high. There is no other way. So confirmation for higher here by taking this high. Why? There is no other way because you need your 5 ways up, your 3 ways down, and then continuation breaking this high to confirm something bullish. But if this is confirmed, that means of course very bullish, and that means of course big 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. You continue very high toward the upside. But still, of course, very doubtful. I think that this is a big correction unfolding and a part of the big correction. Why? Because the big correction is a wave 2, guys, here. Potentially you have finished a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and currently you're looking at an ABC, or of course start of a wave A, B, and a C later on for a wave 2. And that means of course 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then moving towards the upside. Okay, so yeah, be careful with this one. We still, of course, corrective, not yet done. For Netflix at 53 minutes, Netflix, okay, target hit perfectly. Wow, okay. Very precise target has been, or the target imprecision has been hit at 1038 almost, and rejected. However, we might still see something moving for lower, guys. We're not yet done. And that because 15-minute chart, you have a very sharp impulse downward and you're still kind of corrective here. This is a very long wave too. If this is a wave too, yeah, it's very long. So I believe this is something corrective unfolding still. Can be a little bit higher, can be an ABC and then dropping down. Yes, definitely. But I still see one more low, guys. I'm not convinced yet that we're done with Netflix here. WXNY, the wave Y might be a flat, okay? So if this flat might be kind of like ending diagonal here, can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somehow like that. Yes, very likely. It can be as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm convinced into it that this is very corrective, all of it. And of course, since we took the target, that's very nice. But I think the structure has to be ended. The structure here is not finished yet. So be careful with it. And especially that you got, of course, a sideways corrective channel. right? So that means one more low is required. Now, is it risky to take it as bullish from here? Well, like it is risky, but of course not so much risky taking it from somewhere else. And that means, of course, yeah, you might range for a while, and then you move for higher sooner or later. Okay. And of course, there is a possibility to move higher directly because, of course, target hit, blue zones, everything is fine. As fib levels, you're good to go, bullish. You're good to go. But as structure, not yet. It might be even a big something like this, big ending diagonal, right? One more low. So yeah, this is the thing with Netflix. All right, TTD at 55 minute. The trade desk. Okay. So for this one, we are looking. Let's go all-time history to understand first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave A or wave 1. We are in ABC here. Okay, yes, very obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The scenario still given is still unfolding. The blue box still to be hit sooner or later. 1.618 is preferably to be hit 32 because of course the most common. And the 1.38 can be definitely also a target, meaning $40. It can it go deeper than this? Well, hard to say. Yeah, hard to say. And that because, of course, this cannot be an end up structure for something impulsive. Even if you think that this is 5 waves up, this is wave 5 longer than wave 3. No diagonals. Even if the high taken. This one can be, of course, an A, B, and a C, or a W, X, and a wave Y in double impulses here. So can be the A, B, C, of course, for a wave B or a wave 2. Still the same target. Nothing has changed with it. All right, Dow Jones at a 57 minute. For Dow Jones, here we go, TGI. Okay, we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, on the weekly, probably in diagonal, and that because of the, of course, interfering wave 4 with zone 1. Now, internally, if we take a look here with our impulse 1, 2, and you have potentially several 1, 2s if you want to count it as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. So we start to see something going for higher impulsively until invalidation, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, nothing, invalidated. And that means, of course, this might be something else unfolding triple 1, 2s and very massive wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. It's more bullish. Of course, confirmation for lower, meaning invalidation for the bullish, is exactly this one, meaning confirmation for lower starting from this price. If the price stays above this level, 46,470, you're very bullish. Okay. Targets for a wave 5, I think deleted by mistake. Let me bring it back. Might be, let me check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So no, it's still here then with this 1, 2, and this stop. Wave 5 over 1. Okay. We might visit this area, guys, for Dow Jones, which is 50K 600 or 53K. Very likely as well. Okay. And if this is a triple 1, 2 here, yes, it's gonna be reached very, very easily. It's just 4K anyway, 3K difference. It's not that big deal. So yes, it can be. All right. Yep. So these are the key levels and possibilities for Dow Jones. Let's see Meta at 59 minute. So for Meta, wow, direct hit as well. Wave 2, direct hit. Nice. All right. So for Meta, it has hit directly the zone 2 here, the blue box, even without a finished structure. And that means if you are here in a 3 ways down, 3 ways up, Definitely you're looking for three ways down in case of WXNY, meaning of course you might rebound and then move down again. Or if you are here in 1212, wave 3 is unfolding, well, 4545, meaning this is very bearish, and positioning this again as a big ABC downward. So yeah, be careful with Meta. The structure is not finished for correction. The minimum correction should be a zigzag here as a three ways down, three ways up, three ways down again, and then moving towards the upside. Okay. Therefore, with Meta, we need to be very precautious. Don't forget that this might be also a second potential target here. And that means, of course, if we break it there, you might still be here in a potential ABC, kind of like a zigzag for a wave Y, and then finishing wave 2. And then we start to think bullish. But currently, nothing yet. 1 hour chart here, you can see also, yeah, that this impulse is very, very strong, right? And it might play as double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, unless confirmation for higher is taken. Once you see this 691, that means, of course, the price might move for higher. Since the price stays below this confirmation level, and that means, of course, we might drop down. Okay, so that's it for Meta. All right, let's see OKLO. For OKLO at 1 hour, 1 minute. All right, for OKLO, nice target hit again. Very nice, with a nice structure as well. Unfinished yet, but still looking good as a structure. We have three ways down, three ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably one more low can be very likely before you start to unfold something higher for a wave 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, very, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Everything is looking good. Ready to move for higher at any time. One more low, maybe small low, and then you're there. Target still the same, 276. Nothing has changed. It's the same wave 3, same wave 1. So based on it. Okay, that's it for OKLO. Let's see the next one at 1 hour 2 minutes for XLE. XLE. Energy select sector. I think we never did this before. Yeah, not really nice chart, guys, so you gotta be careful with it. It's a corrective chart upward. We have an ABC flat, right, toward the upside here, or zigzag, I would say, which is starting directly as a correction. And that is not really nice, but what's still okay is that this correction is upward. And that means your wave C has to be upward. After three waves down, you have to get a wave C upward, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, you are in the wave 4 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so this is the thing. Very clear. So your wave 1, wave 3 target might be the following here. Okay, yeah, it can go a little bit higher, around 144, 190, in case, of course, it moves very high. But I doubt it because you have an extended wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, very likely 0.618. So, yeah, be careful with this one. So, A, B, and a C. Okay. Next one we have here is the Euro USD at 1 hour 4 minutes. So Euro USD. So for the Euro, yeah, we need, as I mentioned, we need to move lower. We're still looking for 0.38. Whether it like it or not, the chart, it has to take it. And that because, of course, we finished somehow a wave 1 there, okay? We finished a wave 1, and I think the wave 1 is finished over there, here, yeah? This is a scenario. 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, finished wave 1. You are in 3 ways down, 3 ways up. You are looking for something wave C downward. Now this is very complex, right? It starts here as 1, 2, 1, 2, probably another triple 1, 2 here. And currently you're working on the wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So we might dive even deeper than the minimum requirement. So be careful with it. Now it has started to unfold the wave 3. Okay, confirmation for higher not taken, and that means when the price is gonna still below there, we're moving for lower. Okay, if the 1.17 is taken high, and that means of course, okay, it's time to move for up, right? But currently not taken, and means of course we're looking for lower. Same target, same scenario, still unfolding, is just taking a lot of time. I don't know why. Yeah, here it took a lot of time. It could be a very fast wave too, but it doesn't want to. Yeah, so it can be of course some strength for the euro here. CRWV. Okay, so for this one, we are in a 1-2 here. Obviously, that wave 2 is still unfolding in a bigger 3 ways, meaning 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're still looking at a wave 4 of a wave C here, and you're looking still for a wave 5. Wave 2 might even visit, of course, the perfection of a wave 2. Yeah, fib levels, which is, of course, the 0.618, 0.786. Currently, the first testing area is hit. However, because I see that this is a 1 or can be several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, I still see the perfection for a wave 2 might be taken still. So in confluence, you would like to see the 1-to-1 fib level. Wow, very close. But yeah, maybe that might be the things. Maybe one more low at 1-to-1 and then moving for higher as well. Okay, so be careful with it. Be careful for any case scenario, because of course the wave 2 might be minimum requirement or might be the perfection, and this is a big area there. Okay, so but it depends on the structure. Yeah, the structure is almost finished. One more low. All right, Spotify at 1 hour 7 minute. Spotify. Okay, let's go all-time history first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. All right. We are potentially in a wave 5 unfolding there, or it can be done and finished. Nobody knows. Meaning the wave 1 here might be a wave 5. But why I am not convinced and I'm still looking for higher, that because of the 3 waves corrective followed after it. Plus, we saw a rejection upward. We saw 5 waves up even. But currently, we got invalidation again. We took the low. Very interesting. And that has turned into kind of like an ABC here, probably, or something internally ABC. And then you are still looking for another ABC, meaning 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 3 ways down. Can it be done and finished at the same blue box? Whoa, definitely yes, guys. Definitely can be done and finished. And definitely we are very corrective here. And of course, it might need one more low, but at the end, you are very corrective. Okay. At the end, it's very corrective and you're still looking for higher. Maybe taking this low, this low one more time and then moving for higher. Don't forget the perfection, for a wave 2 here. So wave 2 still unfolding for Spotify, not finished yet. All right. Let's see hymns at 1 hour 9 minutes. So for hymns, all right, 3, 4, we're looking at, okay. Now this wave 4 has started to be suspicious here a little bit. So A, B, C, D, and a E. Is it the thing? Now, confirmation for lower not taken. This confirmation for lower not taken yet. You see a gap. If we take it, then okay, we might be seeking for a wave C, big A, B, and a C. But if not, you might still be in this triangle, meaning A, B, C, D, and a E. And then moving toward the upside. So by all means, I think that we're still very corrective, but it might also here need more time range before you move for this target, which is your wave 5. Yep. So we're still looking, of course, for lower first. One more low, guys. One more low. Or it can simply move directly for higher. Okay. And that means you might be here in a big 1, 2, like big 1, 2, and another 1, 2, and then higher. But if you invalidate this 1, 2, okay, you have no other option anymore rather than taking the low. All right. So this is for HIMS. Still, of course, not yet ready for bullish, but still corrective at the end. AMD. For AMD, we're looking here at a wave 3, but all-time history is preferable first. ABC, yes, we are in a wave C. You are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is finishing, ending diagonal. Oh, wow, okay. Now I understand. Perfect target also hit for a wave 3. This was our target and perfectly hit in 3 ways. Why in 3 ways? Because you are also in a wave 1 zigzag, wave 3 zigzag, you're looking for a wave 4, and another zigzag in a wave 5. Therefore, I'm looking for the next target so far. Let me check. Yes, need to be updated a little bit, but this is what I was expecting there, and here we are. So 164. Yeah, well, it might dive a little bit deeper here. 164 or 141 before you move higher for a new all-time high here in a wave 5. Yep, set for AMD. 1 hour 12 minute for Deutsche Telekom. All right, guys. So that was our last one. So let's see what happened. Oh, what's going on with Deutsche Telekom? That's weird. It has took our target and below it. It took our target and below it. Knowing that also not very impulsive, but very, very annoying, boring, complex structure. Okay. So with Deutsche Telekom, we are in a 1, 2, 3, wave 4, wave 5. Can still be, if this is a very huge wave 4, I don't see it, honestly, because wave 2 is very, very shallow. And this doesn't represent alternation. Therefore, you have to consider A, B, and a C here, probably, or the W, X, and a Y still unfinished. But this wave Y became very, very big and longer than the W in comparison. That means the highest possibility here cannot be diagonal anyway. The diagonal also is eliminated. Because wave 5 is longer than wave 3, and that means, of course, this is what I meant here. Yeah, with breaking this target, you eliminate also the diagonal with it, and that means, of course, you're left 4 and a 5. Yeah, I think this is the highest probability here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that means wave 5 is still unfolding right now, and at least we can have a very nice key level, which is this one. So this is your confirmation for bullish here or higher. Why? Because if we are in a 1, 2 here, 3, wave 4 interfering with zone 1, okay, we're done. Obviously, this is an ABC can be, and this is your ABCW. Now, your X is a very weird running flat. This is a better, of course, WX and a Y, because, of course, the Y matches perfectly the W. But we need confirmation for this by taking, of course, higher prices over there, which is the target of this key level, $28.30. If we take it, okay, we start to think for something bullish. But if the price stays below it, you might unfold even something more bearish. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Impulse to finish 3 ways down. Also flat as a wave 2 and then finishing an impulse. But very far possibility. My highest possibility is a W. Your X is a flat and the Y is another zigzag. Matching the W. Because this is matching so far this, right? And this is exactly what we're looking for in a complex structure. All right, guys, so that was it for today. And nice to be back. And of course, we're back to the same routine. We're going to have every day a live stream again. Nice to see you here. And thank you, of course, for joining. And thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one.